Good afternoon to those who listen. It's May 8th, 2026. It's 2:30 p.m. and I put out this video here about the series V from 2009, uh, where all the things that are happening in this TV series is happening right now in real life, like with the alien disclosure, the UFO files being released, the supposed aliens have been here for a while, and they are reptile-like or reptilian. And my video, YouTube wouldn't allow it to go up as it was, so they cut out 2 minutes and 30 seconds from my video because of copyrights. I was actually playing parts of the video, which I don't understand because somebody else made the video 15 years ago, but it was fine then, but I guess it's not fine now. Not sure what it was, if it was the music or if it was the scenes, because there was some blood in there, so maybe they didn't like that. I don't know. So we won't do the video. I'll just explain what was happening in those segments that they took out. So yeah, we don't have to worry about that part. But yeah, as you can see, it looks like there was a sun simulator, and then there's a armada of spaceships coming in to invade Earth. Could it have been just Project Bluebeam? I don't know. So the visitors, here's what was kind of missing. Well, I'll kind of recap it. This part wasn't missing because it's in the first part. Visitors came to Earth on ships. They sent aliens decades before. So they were living among us for decades. They were reptilians, but they had human skin over them. So that they just were, I guess, accepted as humans. They've come to help humanity, which I can see the whole Antichrist thing, if that's what they want to do. So they could easily have a Project Bluebeam where they have a fake alien invasion, but it's not an invasion. They're come to help. And then the leader says, and we come in peace, and we're here to help humanity, and we can heal all diseases. We can solve your energy crisis, and blah blah blah. Wars. We can stop all that, and blah blah blah. Something like that. And that's what was happening in V. The leader was promising all these things. They had healing centers where people could go and be cured from any diseases. They even had technology that could predict if they were going to get something in the future, heart disease, cancer, whatever, etc., something like that. They had this blue energy, which was like endless amounts of energy that could fuel cities, and there would never be a energy shortage or any oil shortages ever again. And then the parts that got cut out, it was showing Anna trying to bliss the entire Earth. So she had this ability to give bliss to her people, and it was just sending something to her people where they would have peace and happiness, and they wouldn't have no fears and sadness and all that. Doesn't that sound familiar? But she could only do it to her people. She tried to do it for the entire Earth, but it was too much for her to do. And she started bleeding from the eyes, and it was too much. And then her daughter came in, which really wasn't her daughter. It was actually the daughter of one of the V's, the visitors, which were they also called visitors, that was down on Earth, a long time before. And he had a relationship with a girlfriend, and they had a baby, and it was reptilian. And then Anna, the leader, took the daughter away from the mother and had the mother offed, and then used her as bait for the father to do her bidding, to expose the fifth column, which was the group that was against the V's, that was trying to stop them. And in the end of this series, which was left wide open, it could have easily had another season. But the daughter said, "Hey," and she didn't say "Hey." She said, "Let me do this." So she was half human, half reptilian, but she had the power to bliss the entire Earth. So from the ship and from all the other ships, because there was 29 ships in all, in 29 different cities, and I guess it was some kind of like frequency thing that was beamed from the ships, and it would go down to Earth, and all the humans would be in this hypnotic bliss where they didn't have any worries. They were happy, they were peaceful, and they were like hypnotized. The main character wasn't. I'm not sure if it was because she knew about everything or if it was because I think she was like underground when it happened. Then she came up to the ground level, and everybody outside was just looking up and was in a trance. So it reminds me of frequencies, Maybe there's something that the Antichrist will do using frequencies to cause people to be happy and carefree and no worries and something like that. So what else? So as I said before, the series ended like that. There's other people that put out their own things. Like I'm guessing they used AI to formulate a plot, a scenario of what could have happened if they would have done another season. So I'm going to check those out and see what happens. But in the end, it shows, this is like the last scene, they show many ships coming to Earth. And because that's what the whole thing was. They had 29 ships on Earth, but there was a whole nother armada that was behind the dark side of the moon. Ain't that interesting? They were hiding on the other side of the moon, waiting, for the plan to work itself out, so then they could come in and invade Earth and take over Earth and wipe out humans. Interesting, isn't it? So I just thought it was really kind of important to put that out there. These shows, these movies, they have predictive programming, hidden messages, and they're showing us what their plans are. I mean, obviously, not every single thing that's in these shows and movies are, exact, just parts of it, but a lot of parts from this and like Terminator 2, a lot of stuff that's in these things are showing us what's going on or what's going to happen in the future. So if you get a chance to see it, it's on Tubi. It's free. I mean, if you have time, there's 12 episodes season 1. They're like an hour long. And then there's 10 episodes in season 2. They're all about an hour long. But it was really interesting, and I thought it just really relates to what is actually happening right now. Literally, even right now today, with the UFO files being released. Even though I think it's going to be a soft, slow disclosure. They're going to show the least important things, kind of like the Epstein files, where they were just releasing things that people already seen or it wasn't major information. That, I think, will come later. We will see, but I don't know exactly how they're going to throw all this at us, but it's going to be deception. And now we're in an age, too. You got to put this in your mind also. We're in an age now of AI. So AI could have created all these files and say they are from the 40s and the 50s and the 60s, all through, from Roswell all the way through till now. They could make up all this stuff and make it look like it's real. So again, there's another thing we got to take into mind. This is going to be a real big deception. So we need to have our eyes on Jesus. We need to be praying for discernment on all these things, because they're going to say, "Oh, look, it's Jesus." Or the alien will say, I am Jesus. I am God. I created the earth. The aliens, we created the earth and we created the Bible. Or, there is no God. We are the gods. Something like that, whatever. whatever they decide to do. We don't know exactly, but just keep your eyes on Jesus, and don't fall for the deception, and keep praying. That's all I can really say, but I think this is something. Thanks for watching. God bless.